What's up, Wildcat Nation? Welcome back to episode 8 of the Inside Out Show presented by Carburetos. We got an action-packed episode for you today. Scouting report, Swish Brick, interview with Zach Laput.
Yep.
5th year, grad transfer.
Yeah, we know the people have been asking about him, so it was good to finally get him on.
It's a great interview. A little unique today. We did our draft with Zach as well, so our starting 5 is with our special guest, so that'll be a nice little switch up. But with that, before we get into things, let's hear from our partners over at Carburetos. Before we get started today, let's hear more about our partners over at Carburetos. Located just south of campus on Main Street, Carburetos is a family-owned and operated casual dining Mexican restaurant. Carburetos offers indoor and outdoor dining options, as well as curbside takeout services. Orders can be placed online at visitcarburetos.com/Davidson. All right, with that, let's get into our scouting report for the week. Let's recap some of our games, starting with, I believe we left off with George Mason.
Yeah, a lot has happened. Since we last did our interview. But George Mason was, they're the best team in the league right now.
They are.
Playing
They're
really
at the top
well.
of the league.
10-game winning streak or something like that. They're 10-1 as we record this. But, they were really good.
They were. But we played them strong. That was a very, it was a close game down to the wire. Obviously, they got us pretty good at their place, and then we kind of took it to them here at our place, and unfortunately didn't fall our way at the end. But I was really proud of the toughness that we played with. That's kind of been a staple of our play style. Kind of these last 2 or 3 weeks has really been the edge we've been playing with. So
we've been emphasizing that in the locker room a little bit, playing with an edge. Being the team that no one wants to play, just because we're gonna hit you the whole time, and we're gonna be scrappy, and we're gonna dive on loose balls and do all of that.
Yeah.
And I think that really came out in the George Mason game. Well, that was one of the starting points.
It did.
That have now pushed us forward.
Yeah. And then that took us to one of the next best teams in the conference, which would be Dayton. We were playing at Dayton, which is a very difficult place to play, but a very fun environment.
Yeah, very
for
much
us.
So.
That was cool to be there, and again, took it to them. Our toughness shown. They ultimately snuck out with it at the end.
They did.
But I thought, again, we took another step forward with our toughness.
Yeah.
Our offense was starting to click. There were a lot of, obviously, you don't want to learn from losses, but there are a lot of lessons that we learned and stuff that you could see that we were getting better at throughout that whole time. And I think those are what ultimately led us to get, on this 2-game winning streak here, starting with Richmond at home last Saturday. So you want to speak about that game? Reed. Go ahead.
I just know we were eager to get back home in front of the fans.
Yeah.
And show them what we'd been getting better at, and we'd already we went up to Richmond and we played them in a close one at their place, but we grinded out that road win. So I think it was just good. Familiar opponent. We knew that we could get the best of them, and we really could focus on what we needed to focus on.
Yeah.
In that game. So I think that one was great too.
Yeah. And Bobby had a huge 3.
Oh yes.
To end the half. A nice little step back in the corner. That's just becoming his thing. Is just making these making
those tough shots. It's great having a guy like Bobby.
It really is.
To when the moments get tough, you can put the ball in his hands and know that you've got a pretty good chance of making a tough shot. Obviously, we give Reed the ball throughout the entire game, but when you need someone to hit a 35-foot shot, Bobby Durkin's your guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
We call it Big Mo.
Big Mo.
Big momentum, I assume is what Mo stands for. But that really gave us some Big Mo heading into the half. And then the second half, we just came out and took it to him, took command of the game, and that was it from there. And then we were rolling right into UMass. We thought we had a good shot going into the game. We knew what we had to do. We knew it was going to be a scrappy battle on the boards.
Oh, gosh.
UMass, the best offensive rebounding team in the conference.
Yep.
So that was a big emphasis into the game.
Winning the war. That's what Coach Matheny emphasized, that it was going to be a war on the glass.
Yep.
And it was.
It sure was.
They sent 3, 4, 5 to the glass every time, and they were not small. They're 3, 4s, and 5s.
No.
They were big dudes. Shout out to their strength coach, whoever he is, because some of those dudes were, biceps bigger than my head.
But we won the war.
But we did. We won the war.
Yeah, they wrote it. Coach wrote it on the board in big letters right after the game. We all ran into the locker room, and he beat us there. And we opened it up, and it was just we won the war.
It was like,
won the war.
Yeah.
Won the war.
Won the
war.
war.
That's what it said.
Yeah. which was pretty funny.
Yeah, any road win is a great win in this conference.
Yeah,
so
UMass was a good team. They were around 5th or 6th in the league. We knew that was going to be a tough.
They
one.
could beat anyone. So
but I think we took it to them for 40 minutes.
We did, and now we got to keep it rolling. We got a big game Saturday, which this may or may not be out by the time that game happens. But we have a game Saturday at home. We have 2 in a row at home.
Yep.
Against George Washington, and then on Tuesday of this coming week, we got Loyola at home.
Yes.
So 2 big ones. Hopefully, we continue this winning streak.
Keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Let's
trying to
do it.
Yeah.
All right. You want to switch gears?
What else do we have to talk about? Swish and Brick? Or
we could do Swish and Brick.
What else is there? Let's do Swish and Brick.
I think we get into Swish and Brick. You want to kick us off here?
My Swish is the Davidson Marriage Pact. I don't know if they had this back when some of our listeners were around, because it's quite a recently new thing.
Yeah.
But pretty much everyone at Davidson will get like an email from this company, and you sign up, and it's like a relationship.
Is it a company, or is it like Davidson students that run it? I don't really know. I want to say it's
Davidson
students.
Okay.
It's more of like, I know they have them at different schools.
Yeah.
But like a lot of different schools do this these days. Maybe like almost every school does.
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
But,
So
I
you fill
think
in
it's
your
like
information, and it's like these little sliding scales. Like, how do you feel about this on a scale of 1 to 7? And they match up everyone in the school.
They have like an algorithm that pairs you up with a match and gives you a percentage of how compatible you are.
And some of our guys got great matches. They were really happy. Some of them were taken off guard. But I think it's going to be a really nice launching platform for the springtime. And I think the guys are really happy about it. Bobby Durkin, especially. Yeah.
There you go. It's also Valentine's Day today.
Yeah,
so as we're filming
we're in
this,
the lovey mood.
It is Valentine's Day. That
you got any plans for Valentine's Day?
I do. Yep. I'm taking my girlfriend out to dinner tonight.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm excited. Yeah. How about you?
We're not going out to dinner, but me and my girlfriend are going to cook a meal at home, and then there's this place called Meg Art in Mooresville or something where you can go and paint your own pottery.
Cool.
So we're going to go and do that.
All right. I'm going to have to see the finished product.
Yeah. You got any ideas? I was thinking.
No, I am not the most artistic.
I was thinking I was going to do a mug and make it like a watermelon. So like on the outside, it's like the green outside of a watermelon, and then on the inside of the mug, it's like red with the little seeds and stuff. I don't know how that idea came to me, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I might.
It's like a spring. I like that. It's like a springtime.
Yeah, and my girlfriend loves mugs.
Okay.
So,
easy.
Best of both worlds.
All right. Great. My swish this week. I actually have 2 swishes. One is the Super Bowl, which happened last week, and we'll touch on some of the appetizers we ate later. But the Super Bowl is a great time. We had the whole team over for a little get-together to watch the Super Bowl. It also means that college basketball is officially in the driver's seat for sports entertainment.
Perfect.
So that is great for us. It means March Madness is on the horizon. This is a great time of year.
Yes.
So that's very exciting. And then my other swish is Dick Vitale, who is back in the announcer's booth. He called, I should say, the Duke Clemson game.
Nice.
Which was awesome to hear his voice again. Obviously, I grew up listening to him talking about diaper dandies and this is crazy and this and that. I'm not sure how familiar you are with him.
Yeah, most of those references are going over my head.
Yeah, but that was a big part of my childhood, so I just wanted to give a shout out there because well-deserved. He's been battling cancer, so it's just a great story, and it was awesome.
It is a great story.
To hear him on TV. So
nice.
You have a brick? Yeah. That's
my brick is also going with the Super Bowl theme. It's people still wearing Eagles gear. The parade is today as we are recording this, I believe.
Yes.
But I'm just a little bit sick. Like, I saw it for the 3 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, 2 weeks, however long it was. Now, afterwards, I'm hoping after today it goes away. But Lindsay in the training room always is wearing something Eagles, and I'm sick of seeing that green.
Yeah, I will say I think it's because of the green. If it was another color,
it's just
if
so
the
in your
Eagles were a different
face.
color,
Like,
I think it would be a little bit more subtle. But because it's so green, especially the Kelly green. The Kelly green is like the bright green.
Oh my gosh.
It is. I don't.
Because no one's wearing that shade of green.
No, I don't want to call it an eyesore, but at this point, how much I've seen it might be an eyesore.
We might get some Philly fans in the comment section. But
well, congratulations.
Yeah,
you
congratulations, you won the Super Bowl convincingly, but change your shirt every now and then, please.
So then for my brick, I am going with YouTube TV, who has decided to take their Paramount channels off their subscription service, which includes CBS.
Yeah.
We use YouTube TV to hang out and watch TV at our place.
Watch
With
everything.
March Madness coming up, and no CBS on YouTube TV, I'm a little bit concerned. So I just want to put them on the hot seat. I hope they get this straightened out.
Trying to monopolize the freaking taking it all away.
Yeah, hopefully I could just watch That was the great thing about YouTube TV is you could pretty much get everything you needed on one streaming service, which I know it's going the opposite direction these days, but it was nice. I'm not really sure what we're going to do if these things keep splitting up. I don't want to have 15 different subscription services, but that's just me.
We're just trying to watch college basketball.
That's right.
That's all we want to do.
Yeah. Once we get past March, sure, you can take it off. Just let me get through March Madness first.
Yes, please. That is heartbreaking.
It is.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about? I know we've got our draft, which we usually do together with Zach later. We did Super Bowl appetizers and teaser. Connor and I did pretty well.
We did. Yes. I'm excited about that draft.
Yes. So we're excited to see what you guys think about it in the comments. But yeah, I think we got that one.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's about it.
So let's get to that interview then.
Let's do it.
Zach's interview has been long awaited by the fans. A lot of confusion about his academic status, whatever he's doing there. So you guys will get some clarity as to that. But yeah, let's get to that interview with Zach Laput.
Let's do it. And now we welcome Zach Laput, the first ever Davidson basketball graduate transfer in program history to the Inside Out show. Zach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to be on here.
Great. Well, we kind of want to start here with a little recap of your journey. Maybe explain to the people how your career went at Bentley and then what ultimately made you decide to transfer and then transfer to Davidson specifically.
Yeah, I love my career at Bentley. Luckily, at our last game at UMass, I was able to see my two best friends at the game, which was really nice. And I had a blast there playing. My first season there, we went to the Elite Eight, and second season went to the Sweet 16. So I had a lot of fun experiences playing there with a lot of my best friends to this day. And then after I graduated, wanted to enter the portal to challenge myself, see what the highest level I could reach was, and landed on Davidson with it being in the A10. It was the level that I wanted, but also on my visit, shadowed Connor, and a lot of the guys were very similar to the guys I'd played with before. Thought the team and the culture had the same values that I had at Bentley, and it kind of fit exactly the same way, but at the level I wanted. And so that's why I landed on Davidson, and it's been very similar to that.
Yeah, I remember your visit very fondly. It was quite an enjoyable time. I remember we had everyone in my little dorm room in the Duke dorm. We brought everyone in there, and we had a little shindig in there, which was funny. It was a very small, cramped dorm room. But yeah, Davidson is quite similar to Bentley. I see you talking with Coach a lot about like the way we play, and especially the way you cut and move and screen. And I feel like that was quite similar to the way you played at Bentley, based on what I've seen and heard. So you just want to talk about that, how the styles kind of crossed over, and how you've really been able to shine in the Davidson system.
Yeah. So at Bentley, played free flow motion offense. We had maybe one or two set plays, and it was maybe just like a ball screen to start the offense. So we just called our offense like we're just playing offense. Like it's, if you're just going into it, you might be like, oh, like this is just like pickup. Like there's no actual like rules to it. It's just like spacing, cutting, moving, just knowing how to play, general IQ. And so Davidson here, our offense becomes free flow offense once we get through our initial secondary or initial zoom action for the most part. And like my freshman year at Bentley, I remember it was COVID. Luckily for me, I got the extra year, and that's why I'm here now. But I definitely was not ready to play college basketball that year, and I was getting yelled at every day by coach for passing and then standing at a spot for more than a second, not shooting when I'm open, or driving into a crowd of 4 people and then throwing up a crazy shot. So luckily that year helped me a lot to learn and grow and land me here.
So then how about the other piece of your time here is obviously the academic piece. And there are some, I wouldn't call them questions, but there are some misconceptions about what you're pursuing here academically, being a graduate transfer without grad school at Davidson. Do you want to kind of clear the air there and explain to the people, what you're doing in school?
Yeah. So I've gotten that question a lot. And I remember on my visit here, I had to talk with Coach about, what classes am I going to take? Davidson doesn't have a grad school. But luckily, he was like, don't worry, like, this is a new program we're putting in to be able to get a fifth-year certificate. So that's what I'm getting. I'm not able to get a master's or an MBA necessarily, but I'm getting a fifth-year certificate. I'm taking undergraduate classes that are classes based off of what I want to study the most. Majoring in business management at Bentley, I've tried to take classes similar to that or different classes that I'm interested in learning from here, and I just got to take a certain number of courses each semester in order to get the certificate.
That's cool. That's really cool. And then the other connection to Bentley that Davidson has now is in the football program. We just got a new hire. Have you been able to talk with him at all? And did you know him at all coming from Bentley to Davidson, or is this kind of a new surprise for you?
Yeah, so I was very surprised when I saw he was coming here, but very excited. And in Bentley, our locker room for the basketball team was in the offices of all the other coaches for the other sports teams. So I saw him almost every single day, and their football team was really, really good. Had the conference player of the year. Both years he was the head coach there, and both years I think they were 8-2 or better at the top of the conference. So I'm really happy for him and Davidson that he's here, and I was able to see him on his press conference. I know he was like the mayor in town that day, like super busy. Like everyone was just, he had something to do every single second, but I was grateful that he was able to make time for me for a couple minutes and just chat, and was able to welcome to Davidson. I'm really excited for Davidson and him that he's here because I think they'll mutually benefit a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we benefited a lot from you coming here, so you think Davidson will go 2 for 2 on the Bentley transfers. I feel like that'd be quite handy. We wanted to flip it a little bit. Your hobbies, things you like to do outside of basketball. You frequent a little cryotherapy place. I've never seen you in the ice tub in the training room. You said it's too cold on your toes or something like that. But you want to talk about your cryotherapy that you like to go and do?
Yeah, Icebox Cryotherapy. Shout out Icebox Cryotherapy. Yeah, the ice bath here is a little too cold for me. Not a big fan of it, honestly. Every time I've gone in there and came out the next day, I've not felt the way I wanted to, and I was like, all right, I gotta do something that's along those lines that's a little bit better. So found this place, Icebox Cryotherapy, in Lake Norman in the Birkdale Village, and I've been going there very frequently, and I love it. Like, I love doing.
So what do you do exactly? I mean, I've heard of cryotherapy. I don't know exactly what goes on there. Like, what does it actually do for you? Is it literally just standing in that refrigerator-looking thing and the fog's coming out, and then you sit there for 2 minutes and you get out? Like, how does it all work?
Yeah, like you got to wear gloves so your fingers don't freeze off or whatever, and your toes, you got to have like slippers and socks on or whatever to make sure, fingers and toes are all right. But yeah, you just like sit in like a chamber tube sort of thing, refrigerator looking thing, whatever you want to call it. And whatever, you could set it to whatever level you want. So if you're not as good at handling the cold, they could do a level 1 or 2. But
what level are you?
Right now I'm a 5. I'm the max.
Oh wow!
I've been going there a lot.
Wow.
I didn't start at a 5.
Seasoned professional over here.
Yeah, I didn't start at a 5, but yeah, you just go in there for like 3 to 3.5 minutes, and it's just blowing extremely cold air on you. I don't know all the science behind it, but I know I feel really good when I walk out of there.
I was going to ask how it impacts your basketball performance.
Yeah, well, I keep going there a lot, so I wouldn't go there if it wasn't helping in a positive way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
How about your golf performance? We got out on the golf course not too long ago. Mm-hmm. This North Carolina weather, this is something you can't do up north, but we were able to take an off day and play a quick half round. mess around a little bit. What do you think of your golf game? How's it coming along?
I think I have potential, like everyone.
Okay,
everyone's
I
got,
agree.
Everyone's got
I
potential.
think we're kind of in
golf.
the same boat there.
I think, like as you're saying, like my swing's got a little pop to it. Like
It does.
the ball comes off the club pretty hard.
It does.
And but it's
The question is, does it come off straight? That's the key.
And a lot of times,
fine tune.
I'm a big slicer. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times, it drifts off the way I don't want it to. And actually, luckily, last round I only lost like 3 balls, maybe. Like that's a win for me
pretty good.
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had rounds where I've gone double digits with that. So
Okay.
that's a win in my
Baby
book.
steps. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting there. I mean, I have moments just like everyone where it's like, wow, like this is an awesome game. Like this could be really good. Shots that keep you coming back, but no, I mean I'm horrible at golf. Like in all reality, like for really being real, I'm horrible at golf. But I think when I'm done playing basketball, I could see myself getting that itch to really, dedicate toward it. But it is expensive, so hopefully not.
Yeah. That's fair. All right, and I think we want to wrap up with a segment that we missed earlier, and that is our draft. Zach had said that he wanted to participate in this event, and we figured that Hunter and I could team up, and we could do a draft of Hunter and I versus Zach, keeping with the theme of the Super Bowl from this past week. I know it's a week removed, but we're going to go with Super Bowl appetizers as our draft. And I know Zach has his list ready. So do Hunter and I, and let's get this thing rolling. So, Zach, because you are a guest, we will give you the first pick.
All right. Well, I gotta say, you guys are taking this draft together. I'm doing this with my mom, basically.
Okay.
She helped me make this list a lot. For pick number 1, I feel like I should just go with what do you think of appetizer? What are you thinking? I'm thinking chips and salsa.
Okay. Right here. We have it right here for you. A visual aid.
Yes.
Thanks to Carburitos, chips and salsa. 1-1. For our first pick, Hunter and I both mutually agree with this one, and I'm very happy it's still on the board. I was worried you were going to take it. Buffalo chicken dip. I mean, that is the ultimate Super Bowl appetizer. I know Reed made some for us this year. We had a Super Bowl appetizer party for the Super Bowl at my house. I mean, party is more of a get-together, but everyone brings their own appetizer. And Reed brought buffalo chicken dip, and it was the first thing gone. So that's our 1-1, buffalo chicken dip.
Good.
Also, shout out for Disbro for organising. We had a random appetizer party before the Super Bowl one time. He just wanted everyone to come and get together and bring appetizers, so we did that. So shout out for Disbro for the appetizer parties.
Nice.
What a guy.
All right. If we go back and forth. Or
Yeah, it's you now.
style?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We don't snake it.
All right. For my next pick, I would love to take chicken wings.
That's pretty good.
I love wings.
That's pretty good. Do you want to explain it a little bit? That's usually what we do here. We give a little explanation.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. It's chicken wings. They're really good. Probably buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm more of a honey barbecue guy myself.
Oh, I love that. I'm the same. I can't like buffalo sauce. Sean loves buffalo sauce, but me personally, like something about it, I'm just not a big fan of it. Like I really like the sweet but spicy flavors.
Yes, same.
And buffalo's just a little bit too much spice for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you all the
So
way.
honey barbecue, oh, love that.
Yeah.
Ranch.
Ranch.
Yeah, ranch definitely. I don't even know what blue cheese tastes like to be
Right.
completely
What
honest
is
with
blue
you.
cheese?
Yeah, I don't know. It's always an option, but I never get it. I've never had it before.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not blue.
It's not cheese.
So what is it?
It's not cheese. I don't know what it is.
Oh. It's not blue
It's
or
not-
cheese.
It's not cheese. Second pick. I'm gonna go with pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, it's good.
This is what I bought to the appetizer party when Ford threw it, and I just love them. In New Zealand, we call them sausage rolls. If you guys back in New Zealand are wondering what a pig in a blanket is, it's a sausage roll. Really tasty. You can dip them in all different types of things, and they're usually one of the first things gone next to the chicken wings and the buffalo chicken dip.
Nice.
They're out of there. They're off the table quick.
I just wanted to say that Hunter's pigs in a blanket were really good. Putting that on the record.
Yeah.
I bought them from Harris Teeter.
Not supposed to tell anyone that.
Yeah. All right. For
All
my
right, your
next
third pick.
Yeah.
Third pick.
Similar along the lines of my first pick. Love chips. I'm gonna go with loaded nachos.
Good one.
Love loaded nachos. Throw whatever chicken, pork, whatever you want on there. Yeah, I could dangerously gain 5 pounds in one sitting if you put loaded nachos in front of me.
You know who does good loaded nachos?
Who's that?
Cabarritos.
Uh,
Lot of shout outs today. But every time I go to Cabarritos, I either get a quesadilla or the nachos. And they put whatever you want over them. You can get them with just these little tortilla chips, which are incredible. You just get a big plate of nachos with those on them, and it's the best. I'll eat that later, but I'll just put that right now.
Can't wait to go there and try them out.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you've got this $25 Cabarritos gift card that we're going to give you once this
Let's go.
interview wraps up. So you can have all the nachos, or $25 worth of nachos.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so Connor's got our third pick here.
I do, and I'm going to go with it could be hot pretzel bites or hot pretzels with cheese or honey mustard dip. I love myself a good hot pretzel, especially when it's like thick and fluffy. You can either have them as the bites or the whole pretzel, but typically an appetizer they're the bites, and I think that's a good third pick for us. I don't really have much else explaining to do other than that. I don't.
All right.
Any opinions on that one?
To be honest, not a big fan of the pretzels.
Okay.
But that's just personal preference. I love pigs in a blanket. I'm a little disappointed you guys got that one, but not stressing about your other picks right now. To be honest.
All right. Not even buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah, I mean that's good.
Okay.
It's good,
Okay.
but
I thought. Okay.
it's really good.
We'll see what the people have to say.
Yeah, we'll see what the people have to say.
That's right.
I could be totally wrong, but
All right, number 4.
all right. To counter your pigs in a blanket, kind of,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with sliders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with sliders.
That's
So
pretty good.
yeah,
Because you can put so many different things on a slider.
yeah, it's terrific.
Cheeseburger sliders, pulled pork,
However you want
chicken.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We've got a good one for this fourth pick. Fried shrimp. Shrimp cocktails.
That's really good.
Ju-
Yeah, that's
like
a good pick.
I don't really, because you can do, as they'd say in Forrest Gump, you can do shrimp a million ways. But yeah, just shrimp. You know, you can dip it in all sorts of different things. It's crispy. It's a little change up from all the red and white meats we've got there.
good.
Yeah. You can just do a little shrimp cocktail. Boop, pop it in. Pop,
Yeah.
it, yep, pop the tail off. Put it away.
That might be the steal of the draft. That's a good
It's-
pick.
Yeah,
I like
pick,
that.
fourth pick. That's good value.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Great value.
I went to the freaking sorry bubblegum shrimp restaurant when I went to California with my parents. They have those restaurants in California, and it was the time of my life. I love shrimp. Got like this shrimp cocktail. They had it all three, four different ways, and probably the best thing I've ever eaten. Every time I go to Culver's, I get the jumbo butterfly fried shrimp. Yeah, I love that place. But yeah, big shrimp.
Oh,
guy.
Culver's.
Shout out David
Yeah.
Skogman.
Joe loves Culver's.
Yeah,
Joe loves Culver's. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, for my last pick,
Okay.
this is solely for my mom right now. I don't really understand totally what this appetizer is, but this is her favorite. We're gonna stuffed bread.
Okay, what is that?
I really can't elaborate that much more. I just know that my mom loves it,
Okay.
and she was telling me for our little appetizer soup bowl party, make sure you go to Harris Teeter, buy yourself some stuffed bread, bring it to the party. All the guys would love it. I don't really totally understand what it is, but this is just, figured, some other people watching this may know what it is, and maybe they love it. And, if not, it's my last pick. So
Okay.
that's where I'm going.
So ending the draft on a little risky note there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think we're going to go with a little more of a staple. Do you agree on that last pick? I think that's a good one. Yeah. All right. We're going to go with pizza rolls. I think this was not only an appetizer staple, but also a staple of my childhood as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I was having pizza rolls every day when I came home from school. And they're just phenomenal. They're easy to eat. You know, you're not like having a whole pizza there, which is more of an appetizer when you can just take it with your fingers and eat them. So I think Hunter and I agree that's a solid way to finish up our draft.
Right.
We're going with pizza rolls.
Yeah.
I've honestly never had a pizza roll. I've heard so much about them, how they're an American staple, but I've never tried one. So I guess after this I'll have to go to Teeter and get myself some pizza rolls.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think we knocked this draft out of the water, you and I.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, Zach, the stuffed bread. Yeah, I haven't had breakfast yet. The stuffed bread. You were doing well. Stuffed bread. Sorry, Mrs. Laput.
Oh no, she won't take that slander.
But I think we'll knock this one out of the park. We'll see what the people have to say. But
Guess so.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're doing well. So with that, I think we can wrap up this interview with Zach Laput. Thank you, Zach, for coming on. And we have this, like we said earlier, $25 Carburetors voucher, so you can get all the loaded nachos you want. And chips and salsa.
And quesadilla, maybe.
Oh my god, and probably a quesadilla too.
I can't wait, guys.
You can
This
get
is
a lot.
awesome.
You can get a lot with $25 at Carburetors.
Yeah.
It's great value.
I've
for
heard they
money.
got great bang for your buck. Like you
They
can just
do.
go
It's
there.
incredible.
Great value.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Carburetors is the best.
It is. All right, so see you, Zach.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Sweet.
With that, we wrap up episode 8 of
Yeah.
the Inside Out Show. Great show. We want to thank Zach for coming on.
Yeah, it was great.
A lot of great talking points today. So,
Yeah, cool. And we just wanted to remind you guys to come to our games. We've got Tuesday. We are playing Loyola on CBS. Speaking of CBS, hopefully they've still got our game up by then on YouTube TV. But we play CVS at 7 p.m. We don't play CVS. We play Loyola at 7 p.m. in Belk Arena. Be there. And then the women's team play George Mason on Thursday next week on Peacock at 8 p.m. And that's a big game. I know our women's team is rolling right now, so get
They
down
are.
and support the Lady Cats.
let's do it. All right. And with that, we want to remind everyone to stop by Carburetors and mention Davidson Basketball or the Inside Out Show for a free chips and salsa with any order of an entree. Again, we want to thank you all for listening, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.